most particularly the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, earlier in the season, in the National Basketball Association, there was what could only be described as the most monumental, awful trade in the history of the NBA. But the National Football League's got a problem. A lot of people believe that the league has been rigged, scripted, nudged in whatever direction in favor of certain teams. I said the only sports trade that's actually was worse than this one was Deshaun Watson. Although, I will say this, the Cleveland Browns recouping a lot of that.
1.8% chance. That's all the Dallas Mavericks had to win the NBA lottery, and somehow they just landed the #1 pick and Cooper Flagg. Fans across the league are losing their minds right now, and the word rigged is trending everywhere you look. Remember when LeBron James himself said the NBA draft lottery was suspicious? Well, now everyone's pointing to this Mavs miracle as the smoking gun. The same team that just traded away Luka Doncic to the Lakers somehow gets the consolation prize of the decade. Coincidence or conspiracy? Let's break it down. Kindly, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to support us. The NBA draft lottery just gave us something that feels straight out of a movie script.
Well, last night was the NBA draft lottery. And today, my goodness, the reaction is wild because the Dallas Mavericks, fully guaranteed money via an insurance policy, well, that's helping even that out, but they gave up a ton of assets. 3 #1 picks, I believe, for Deshaun Watson, who's a total and complete scumbag and a wreck, who traded Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers in the Western Conference. Dallas fans, look, rightfully so, vomiting everywhere.
The Dallas Mavericks landed the #1 pick with a tiny 1.8% chance. That's not a typo, 1.8%. We're talking about odds so small that some NBA players have a better chance of hitting a half-court shot. Fans everywhere are scratching their heads and pointing fingers because this doesn't just feel unlikely, it feels impossible. Think about this for a second. Teams like the Wizards, Pistons, and Hornets had way better chances to win this lottery. The Pistons literally had the worst record in the league and a 14% chance at landing Cooper Flagg. The Wizards were sitting there with better odds too. But somehow, the ping-pong balls bounced exactly right for Dallas. What are the odds? Well, exactly 1.8%, and that's why NBA Twitter is on fire right now. This isn't happening in a vacuum. The timing here is what has everyone talking. The Mavericks just traded away Luka Doncic to the Lakers, one of the biggest market teams in the NBA. Los Angeles gets their new superstar, and then magically, Dallas gets the #1 pick to replace him.
Sort of conspiracy trying to boost the NBA ratings that hadn't been good. And there was, in fact, a ratings boost after that. Projectile vomiting everywhere when Nico Harrison decided to make that trade. Scratching a lot of people were left scratching their heads. It felt like an Adam Silver. But last night, with a 1.8% chance of landing the #1 pick in the draft, and in this case, Cooper Flagg, somebody that many believes is the Caitlin Clark of the NBA.
Cooper Flagg isn't just any prospect. He's the most hyped rookie since Zion Williamson. Some scouts are saying he could be even better. A perfect replacement landing right in their lap after losing their franchise player. You know what makes this even crazier? LeBron James warned us about this years ago. His old comments about the draft lottery being rigged are going viral right now. On the Pat McAfee show, LeBron straight up said, "The draft lottery is rigged." Those weren't whispers or hints. That was a direct accusation from the face of the NBA. And now fans are digging up those receipts and sharing them everywhere. People are saying things like, "David Stern is looking down right now and he is smiling like a proud papa at Adam Silver." That's the kind of talk filling up comment sections in social media threads.
Wow, a lot of reaction. As you can imagine, a lot of people are saying the National Basketball Association is rigged. Coming down the pipeline out of Duke, a prodigy, the Dallas Mavericks got the #1 overall pick. And, all right, LeBron James, remember, it wasn't too long ago on Pat McAfee, I made a video, maybe 2 months ago, he came out and said, the draft lottery is rigged. The draft is rigged.
The suggestion is clear. This isn't just luck. This is the NBA pulling strings behind the scenes. The timing really couldn't be worse for the NBA's credibility. They lose a superstar from Dallas to Los Angeles, and then suddenly Dallas gets the golden ticket to draft Cooper Flagg. That's the kind of coincidence that makes conspiracy theorists rub their hands together with glee. If you wrote this as a script, your editor would tell you it's too on the nose, too obvious. Fans aren't just looking at this lottery in isolation. They're connecting dots to other suspicious NBA moments. Remember the referee scandal with Tim Donaghy? How about all those convenient playoff matchups that seem to always favor bigger markets? The pattern of questionable calls in crucial games? All these memories are flooding back as fans try to make sense of what just happened with the Mavericks. What makes everything feel even shadier is the gambling situation already hanging over the NBA.
Do you think I just conveniently ended up in Cleveland when I'm from Akron, Ohio? I don't agree with LeBron James on a lot of things, but I said today, David Stern is looking down right now and he is smiling.
They've had multiple players suspended for betting on games, and the league's deep connections with gambling companies has everyone on edge. As one commentator put it, they've had issues involving gambling scandals, and the gambling part is what makes all of this really feel even more shady. When money is on the line, people start questioning everything. That's why you're seeing comments like, "The NBA is never beating the allegations, not a chance," and "The NBA is mostly scripted a robot of an organization." The trust is broken for a lot of fans right now. So is the NBA draft lottery actually rigged? We don't have smoking gun proof. No one has leaked documents or confessed to tampering with the lottery. What we have is a statistical improbability that happened at the most suspicious possible time. The 1.8% chance hit exactly when it would create the most dramatic storyline and benefit one of the league's biggest markets indirectly. This isn't just about one draft lottery anymore. It's bigger than Cooper Flagg and the Mavericks. It's about whether fans can trust anything they're watching in professional sports. When the odds seem too convenient, when the storylines seem too perfect, people naturally question what they're seeing. Sports are supposed to be unpredictable. That's what makes them exciting. When the results start feeling predictable or manipulated, that magic disappears. The NBA has a serious credibility problem on their hands. Even if this lottery was completely legitimate, the damage is already done. The allegations are out there. The trust is broken. And as the league moves deeper into partnerships with gambling companies, these questions will only get louder. Cooper Flagg is walking into a situation where half the fans think his new team cheated to get him. That's a rough way to start your NBA career. So what do you think? Is the NBA controlling everything behind closed doors? Or did the Mavs just hit the lottery jackpot at the perfect moment? The Mavericks landing the #1 overall pick might be one of the most baffling things I've seen as an NBA fan. Think about Cooper Flagg for a second. This kid hasn't even played a minute in the league, and already half the NBA thinks his team cheated to get him. Talk about a rough start. He's walking into Dallas with a giant asterisk hanging over his head that he didn't even create. Hit that comment section and tell me, do you believe the NBA is rigged?